Both breaking stories just dropped and left Steelers fans completely stunned. The first one is already stirring up controversy. Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the pillars of the defense, has been traded, and GM Omar Khan said something fans weren't expecting at all, but the bombshell doesn't stop there. The second update came straight from training camp. We now have a clear idea of how Jalen Ramsey will be used in this defense. And one surprising detail that no one's talking about might change everything. If you're a true Steelers fan and don't want to miss a single hot update, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Let's get into it. The Steelers just dropped a bombshell that sent ripples through the NFL. They shipped Minkah Fitzpatrick back to Miami, the team they originally snatched him from years ago. And while that move had fans scrambling for answers, GM Omar Khan finally peeled back the curtain and explained the method behind the madness. Now let's rewind. Minkah came to Pittsburgh and instantly looked like one of the league's elite safeties. All pro selections, big-time plays, and a leadership role in the secondary. The guy was a stud. But in recent seasons, his performance started to taper off, and whispers started growing louder about whether the Steelers were getting the same game-changer they once had. Apparently, those whispers reached the front office too. So what did Pittsburgh do? They pulled the trigger on a stunner, flipping Minkah for not one, but two Pro Bowlers, Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. That's right, the Steelers added a shutdown corner with attitude and a dynamic tight end with plenty of juice left. It's a clear signal this team isn't just aiming to stay competitive, they're gunning for a deep playoff run right now. When asked why the team made such a bold move, Khan kept it real. "I don't know if it necessarily was moving on from Minkah," he said, basically laying it out that this wasn't about bailing on Fitzpatrick as much as it was about capitalizing on a golden opportunity. Two Pro Bowlers, one to lock down the outside and the other to give Rodgers another weapon? That's a deal you can't pass up if you're serious about making noise this season. And let's not pretend this was a cold-hearted swap. Khan gave Fitzpatrick his flowers, calling him a great player and wishing him well. But at the end of the day, this was about roster construction and keeping the window of contention wide open. Business is business. Ramsey, despite chatter about being past his prime, is coming off a rock-solid 2024 and is expected to bring both grit and leadership to a defense that's getting a facelift. Smith, meanwhile, had a career year with the Dolphins and is now teaming up with Aaron Rodgers. That's a glow-up if we've ever seen one. With Rodgers slinging it, Smith could be in for another big season. So, while the Minkah era in Pittsburgh might be over, it ended not with a whimper, but with a strategic bang. Omar Khan isn't just sitting back hoping things click. He's actively reshaping the squad to win now. Trading Fitzpatrick wasn't personal. It was the price of progress. And if the trade shocked you, wait until you hear how the Steelers plan to use Jalen Ramsey. This just came out and it could change everything on defense. If you've been wondering exactly how the Steelers plan to use Jalen Ramsey in 2025, wonder no more. Training camp just gave us a sneak peek and it's pretty damn telling. After one of the wildest off-seasons in recent Pittsburgh memory, including the blockbuster trade that sent Minkah Fitzpatrick back to Miami and brought in Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, fans were left scratching their heads about how the new pieces would fit, especially on defense. Ramsey's been a lockdown corner since he entered the league in 2016, but now that he's north of 30, questions have popped up about whether he still has the wheels to stick outside or if a position switch might be coming. Well, now we've got some answers. During the first team period out in Latrobe, the Steelers rolled out a look that featured Ramsey at safety and in the slot, and that's not just a camp experiment. That's likely the vision going forward. In nickel packages, he's expected to be the slot guy, with Juan Thornhill holding down free safety duties and Joey Porter Jr. and Darius Slay manning the outside. But in base defense, Ramsey was lined up deep at free safety. This move makes a ton of sense when you look at Ramsey's skill set. He's got 24 career picks, he tackles like a linebacker, and he's not afraid to mix it up in the run game. That versatility is exactly what Mike Tomlin and crew are leaning into. With Ramsey, Porter, and Slay all on the field together, Pittsburgh has the ability to play sticky man coverage against literally any wide receiver group in the NFL. And they'll need that kind of firepower in the secondary because the Steelers' 2025 schedule is no joke. They'll face the Bengals twice, Vikings, Lions, Dolphins, and Seahawks, all squads loaded with dynamic wideouts. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins in Cincy alone are enough to keep defensive coordinators up at night. But with this trio, the Steelers are armed and ready. There's also plenty of flexibility baked into this setup. Depending on matchups, Ramsey could still bump outside, or one of the others could rotate to safety or slot. It's not rigid, it's adaptable, and that's what makes this secondary dangerous. You can bet the Steelers will tweak things week to week based on who they're up against. Trading Minkah for 2 Pro Bowlers was bold, but it makes sense. And using Ramsey as a defensive chess piece might be one of the smartest moves this season. Subscribe now and stay locked in on everything Steelers.